Hi, Erfan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Gilbert.
Yes, thank you for joining us here for our GCFF conference here in Vancouver. And maybe you can just start off by introducing your company, Horizon Copper, to us.
Yeah, happy to. Horizon's a brand new company. It just launched, and it's launching with 3 world-class assets. They're in the lowest cost quartile, and 2 of them are actually in production. So we're actually getting checks on an annual basis. We're well capitalized, and we're looking to acquire more interest so that in 5 years plus, we'll be the premier mid-tier copper company out there.
So you mentioned a bit about your various, you have 3 different projects, different jurisdictions. How will you be able to manage, and why do you pick those different places to work with?
Yeah, we focus on getting minority positions on some of the best copper mines in the world. And so, we have an interest on Antamina, which is the 3rd largest copper mine on a copper equivalent basis. We have an interest in Oyu Tolgoi, which by the end of this decade will be, or 2030 will be probably the 4th largest copper mine in the world. And we focused on investing in these projects that are run by some of the largest mining companies in the world. So when we look at kind of our approach and how we manage it, our way is ensuring that we build a portfolio of some of the best copper interests run by some of the best mining companies in the world. And so we built this kind of initial starter portfolio, and then you'll see over the next year or 2 adding more of these amazing copper assets. And it doesn't require much effort to collect the cash payments that come in on a quarterly basis. It's pretty easy.
So obviously you operate, your focus going to be in copper. So it's easy to ask you the most important question here. What do you think of the copper market in the near future?
Yeah, I believe in the long run that it's very challenging for the world to actually meet the copper demand. Assuming GDP's at a couple percentage point, but this transition that we're making to EVs, to electricity, to renewable forms of energy, it's all going to require tremendous amounts of copper. And unfortunately, we're living in a scenario where just based on that marginal demand, we're going to have this massive deficit. And so over the last year or 2, I've been determining how can we as a company help meet that deficit in demand. And so hence we launched Horizon Copper, and over the next 5 years building that portfolio out so that when that copper deficit comes, and unfortunately it will, how can we make a meaningful impact to that supply deficit? In the short run, I think there'll be some potential surplus and deficit movement over the next 18 months. But in the long run, I don't think there's anyone who looks at the big picture that says copper is going to be greatly needed, and there's just not enough copper in the world right now to meet that demand.
Okay, and since you're a fairly new company to the public markets, can you tell us a bit about your share structure? Who are your major shareholders right now?
Yeah, we've got some institutional shareholders, but our largest shareholder is Sandstorm, which owns 34% of our company. And this is an entity that's a multi-billion-dollar vehicle that's helping Horizon acquire copper assets all over the world. And so unlike smaller companies, junior explorers, not only do you get jurisdictional risk of just one asset or the jurisdiction they're in, but with Horizon, not only get those 3 world-class assets in different parts of the world, but you've got a funding partner, a multi-billion-dollar funding partner that help you go acquire more assets and add them to your portfolio. So we've got some tremendously supportive shareholders.
So in summary, what should the investors be looking for your company Horizon in the next 12 months?
Yeah, if you look at the last 12 months, our entire portfolio has re-rated. We've had tremendous improvements in the quality of our operators. We've added a cash flowing asset to that portfolio in Antamina. And so when you look at what's happening over the next 12 to 18 months, you'll see more of that improvement in our portfolio. You'll see us hopefully announce more acquisitions into that as well. But we're really looking forward to our 3rd asset that's in early construction, get into commercial production in 2027 with construction happening next year.
Thank you for sharing your story with us today, Erfan.
Thank you.
Thank you.